Hi, I'm Robin Paulson and I teach this course. I've already started this on the course home video, but I'm going to repeat a few things. We're on the course home page, and this is for the discussion question. What do we call it? The discussion quiz. Okay, let's pull up the discussion quiz. Here's the course home, and we're going to go to content. And under the content, under Start Here for Important Course Guidance, is Introductory Course Quizzes. If you click there, you'll see the quizzes, and you get the discussion quiz. And you click on that, and you scroll down, download, and my download goes to the bottom of this browser. And you open it, and you could type right on these Word documents. Just click Enable Editing and upload those to the Dropbox when you're done. If you don't type on these documents and you use something else, please type out the questions as well as the answers. Okay, so let's look at the first question on the discussion quiz. What are the two ways shown that you can write out your math answers to a discussion question? Okay. Let's go to, scrolling up here, back to this menu, to discussions. And on week 1 discussion, I'm going to click right here. It shows you how to use the equation tool in Word, and how to use the equation tool in D2L. This is a link to a video made by somebody else. And this is actually a link to this video, because I'm going to show you in this video how to use the equation tool in the discussion question. When you are answering a discussion, you press Start a New Thread. Click there. And you can put your topic as just, discussion question 1, whatever you want to put in there. And the equation tool, this is the area you type in for math or answering a question. You just use the keyboard. However, if you are typing a math sentence or any kind of math problem, and you should type out your work when you're doing these math problems in the discussion, you have to use this equation tool. So it's a sigma sign. And if you can't see that, press the 3 dots, because if your screen is not wide enough, you're on a tablet or something, press those 3 dots and it just shows you the rest of the menu. So you're going to click on the equation tool. And how you use this, these are tabs across the top here that change to different symbols. And we'll be using mostly these first 2 tabs. And how this works is if you have a fraction, you click on that and then you can make a fraction, and the fraction looks so much better in the discussion. If you have to show that you're adding fractions, for example, and you need to use x's, 3x over 9 or something like this, and you're saying equals y, it comes out much nicer looking. You can even use different colors. If you choose on this tab here, choose red, and it should print in red. You can bold it. If you highlight it and bold it, and bold that, you can show math steps really nicely. This is using a square root sign. I can put, whoops, that's very interesting. It's a double square root. So the square root of 25 equals 5. And I just use the space bar to move away from that. If you're needing to write more under, let's see, did that work? Yeah, see how I'm under the square root sign? In order to get out from under there, click using the mouse, and now use the space bar, and you'll be out under. You can click on the mouse and backspace to get rid of stuff. This is for exponents. Use this. Let's try it again. Let's say I were to type, let me go down further here, type the number 5, hit that box, and now I can do 5 squared. I hit the mouse to click to get over here. If you don't click on that mouse, what can happen is, if I do 6, whoops, if I do 6, click on the square to the 4th power, and I don't click the mouse first, I'm going to end up still up in the exponent, and it's going to look funny. It just kind of gets small and strange. So click on the mouse. There. And then you can put more signs in, plus, to, or whatever. Okay, and you can use brackets. This is a greater than equal to sign, less than equal to sign. This is sets and unions, plus or minus. This tab here, you will use pi. This is the symbol for pi. We'll be using that in this class. And how you cross something out if you want to show that something cancels. For example, 2x divided by 2. Let me highlight that and change the color back to black. And I want to cross out the 2 because 2 over 2 cancels to 1. You can just click on the box with the cross out in it. Oops. Oh yeah, you can barely see that it's crossed out, but it is crossed out. And then that equals x, and then what you're showing is 2 over 2 is 1, so it no longer needs to be written because 1 times x is x. So that's something to learn. If you have something like 2x, that means 2 times x. If you have 4x, that means 4 times x. Okay, and that's how to use the equation tool. When you insert it, it looks like this, but have no fear. After you post, you'll be able to see what you did. If you need to edit it, you click on it and just click the edit tool. The funny thing is if you type all of your problems in this at once, like if you do problem 1, 2, 3, all in a row in this box, it comes out. First of all, you can't edit it because it's too much information. It usually glitches out and it won't let you reopen it. And it can look funny on the page. So I would do one question at a time, insert a box, then go on your page here, you can enter, and then do another box for another problem. It looks much better, and it also looks much better if you do it vertically, not horizontally. So if I have 2 plus 2 equals 4, insert, because let's say that was problem 2, so now I have 2 vertically. If your equation, if you're writing them horizontally across this box, it looks funny. Anyway, so I were to post, for example, well, it's got an error because it needs a title up here, so let me just put a little title. Post. And this is what it looks like when it posts. Here, let me click on more. And all that stuff I type. But see how neat it looks? It's very clear, which is nice. And also when it's vertical, it's also clear when somebody else is looking at it. I don't know if you can edit, but I can edit. I can delete that thread. I think you can edit your own threads, but you can't edit other people's. Okay, let's look at those questions. So that's how to use the equation tool. Question 2, once you answer your discussion question, should you come back and look at the instructor's response? Yes. And that is because it doesn't make sense to do a math problem and never see if you did it right. So please come back and make sure you did that right. Don't assume you've done them right. That doesn't really help your learning. So I will respond in detail. I will work out problems. I will send you to links if I need to help you understand something. But I will show you the steps to a problem. I'll type them out. And please respond to that. That's required as part of the grade. And you are also required to respond to another student. Let's look at some more questions here. How do you receive full credit? You receive full credit for a discussion question by answering the question using the equation tool, showing your math steps, writing in complete sentences for your answers, coming back, looking at my response, responding to that response, in other words, respond to the instructor, making corrections if the instructor asked you to make corrections, and also responding to one other student. And what you should respond is look at other students' problems, the way they've worked them out, and see if something they've done has helped you, and make a comment about how that problem has helped you. So explain what you're seeing that person did that helped you out. Don't just say good job. I sometimes say good job because there's nothing else to say sometimes when somebody really lays it all out, does the right answers. My own response is it's not required for me to say a lot. But you need to choose a student to respond to that you can actually say something that's substantial, something, you know, worthwhile to say. I have to respond to everybody's responses, so it's a little different for me. Alright, so that's how you receive full credit. And number 4, what grade would you receive if you used the equation tool and you posted on time, but only responded initially and never posted anything else again? Or, in other words, you just did your thing and left and never came back. That's basically a C. It's a 75. However, don't shoot for the C. You really need to learn in the discussion. As I explained before, these discussion questions are supplementing the homework. There are some questions in discussion that are not covered in the homework that you still need to know. Between the two, discussions and homework, you're going to get everything you need. Okay, so on problem 5, if you use a tablet or a phone to access the course, what may happen to the math equations? Sometimes the equation tool symbols don't come out right on certain platforms. Maybe it's the browser. You can change browsers. I believe D2L prefers Firefox, Safari, Chrome. Those are usually the good ones. If you're really struggling with that, come on campus and use a computer and it should work fine. I try to write what it should look like right here. I explain the question contains a fraction. Sometimes these fractions can come out looking like the number 15. So I write it out this way. This question contains a fraction. It should read 3 plus 1 divided by 5x equals 7. It just doesn't look as fancy. Okay, I think that covers it for the discussion. What's most important is participate. That's the most important thing. All right. Good luck.